You see me heavy breathing? I don't have my shit together, but I just got out of the shower. Sorry, I'm late. I just got out of the shower and I got carried away doing like my night routine. I had to get my tea, but I'm here. I'm waiting for y'all to trickle in. At 9 o'clock, I need to dip out for just a second, but we're not there yet. Okay. Anywho, okay. Y'all will get here when you get here. I'm here. Welcome back, you guys. I'm your host, T. Woke Pop Culture. Welcome in. See, I've been waiting for y'all to get here. I know I'm late. I'm sorry. Hey, Micah. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Okay, we're warming up. So today I want to talk about the fallen. This might not be a popular live. It just is what it is. But the message still needs to get out. So I talked about France earlier because that is symbolic of the fall of the West. Now, when I did my research into that, YT, no, she's not YT. We're going to get there. But when I did my research into that, France's government collapsed last year too, December last year. So not even a year ago, they had issues with the government as well. And they're having, issues again. They are going to continue to have issues. Hi, welcome in everybody. When I saw this TikTok video that was saying like France has told their hospitals to prepare to have a whole bunch of bodies in it, to be filled with bodies because there's going to be a war. So you're preparing for a war. You're preparing for bloodshed. You're preparing to snip people. Hi, I'm Mia. Good to see you. You know what I mean? Thank God I have a moderator. Anywho, so when I saw that, yay, there my people are. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Sorry that I'm here just a couple minutes late, but you know what? A little bit late doesn't hurt too much because a lot of y'all trickle in a few minutes past 8 anyway. So y'all are here at a great time. We are just at the very beginning. So we're talking about France. This episode is about the fall. People are falling off. And I have to give credit to a fellow YouTuber for No Fame because he's been talking about this. Now, he's been talking a lot about, hi, Squid Boss, good to see you again. He's been mainly talking about Black people in the music industry, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Diddy. Hey, Dion, hi. Can I please have a moderator list the Venmo? Super chats are also appreciated. I appreciate my moderators very, very much. Micah and Dion, I appreciate you guys greatly. Thank you so much, Micah. So he's been talking about people, like the Black people falling, like the Black boule. They're all falling. And while that is true, the West is falling too. The West, white supremacy. And here's the thing, it's going to fight though. You know what I mean? White supremacy is going to put up a fight because when somebody is in a position of power, they're not going to just willingly hand that power over. You know what I mean? No one's going to just willingly give their privilege and their power and their access to the finest things in the world. They're not going to just hand that over. You're going to have to fight. It's going to be a fight, right? And so that is why we are in the beginning stages of World War III. World War III low-key has already kicked off. With all that stuff going on with Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, Israel, the World War III, it's already started. They're not going to tell you that, though. They're not going to tell you that. But you have to read and know history. You know what I mean? You have to read and get tapped into the predictions of Albert Pike, Morals and Dogma, 33rd Degree Mason, you know? This stuff has already started. Just like I tell my mom all the time, so many people already have the mark of the beast. They're not telling you that, and they're never going to call it the mark of the beast, because to acknowledge that it's the mark of the beast would be to acknowledge Christianity. They can't have that. They dare not acknowledge Christianity, right? No way. No way. But Mark of the Beast is real. Mark of the Beast is here. World War III has already kicked off. The US is crumbling day by day. The West is falling. White supremacy is falling. This is why I mentioned Haiti when I was talking about France. Because do you really believe that they were able to do all that shit to people in Haiti and not have to pay for that? Because I'm glad that I found that tweet. There's a tweet that says France and Haiti agreed to a treaty in which Haiti would pay them to the equivalent of today's dollars, $580 million to keep France out of Haiti, so they would stop invading. Because who the fuck wants to go to war, like, or be at war for the next 100, 200 years? It costs money to go to war. Hi, Sean. Hi, parasocial boyfriend. It costs money to go to war, and it costs people's lives. It costs blood. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive to go to war. It's equipment. It's weapons. It's time. You know, famine, you know what I'm saying, happens when people go to war. So France, again, Haiti didn't want to be colonized. Haiti didn't want to be enslaved. They didn't want that to be their life, which is why you go to Haiti and the people are still dark. They're still dark skinned. They're still black. They're still, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go to the Caribbean, Jamaica, stuff like that, you still see, they might, you know, have kind of the English accent, or they might speak French, but they're not, their bloodline hasn't been completely washed out because they didn't want that. And this is why, you know, what I really hate, and this is how you know demonic propaganda is real, because you know in Florida, the Cubans and like some of the other Caribbean, some of the other Latino people, they have this problem with Haitian people. And it's like, well, why? Because they're under a different mind control than the Haitian people in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Or the other Haitian people. Like Cuban people worship whiteness. They are proud to support Trump. They are proud to support anybody white. They have deep, deep, deep colorism issues within the Cuban community, within the Latin community, because they're under that white supremacy mind control, you know, saying, program. Whereas, and so they hate Haitians, but it's spiritual warfare because they've been colonized. People in Cuba, people in Puerto Rico, people in other stuff like that, they, you know, they've been colonized, and they love their oppressors. They love their colonizers. And when somebody has not been colonized, and when they are still have their original DNA, you know, still have their blackness, appreciate their blackness, still have their culture and stuff like that, and they don't worship whiteness, they don't worship colonizers, other people who are under that mind control programming hate that. That's why some people hate Haitians. Yes, I'm glad you made it. Parasocial boyfriend, I'm glad you made it. I do my best to upload and keep the lives, because like it takes a little while on my phone. It takes a little while to get it to like fully load. I mean, you can access the video, but it's like over an hour long, so it's going to take a little bit of time to like fully process, but it gets processed, and I never delete. Because like somebody commented and they were, hey, what's up, Kel? Somebody commented and they were like, I'm commenting so you won't delete. It's like, I will not delete. It just might not be showing up for you because it's got to fully upload. So I wanted to talk about that. But France did a lot of evil shit to Haiti. And you know what I mean? Imagine that. Imagine putting a tax on somebody or charging somebody $580 million so you will leave them the fuck alone, and you still end up a broke bitch in the end. You're broke as fuck. You're swimming in debt. Imagine that. Because God doesn't like ugly. And when you get money in evil ways, you lose it in evil ways. Understand that. People who rob and scam and yes, that's where a lot of this is coming from, Miami area. When you rob and you scam and stuff like that for money, and you do fraud and you scheme, and just when you get money in nasty ways, you don't keep it long because you don't value it, because you didn't really have to earn it. And so it slips through your fingers like oil. So with France, you know what I'm saying? France has a lot of issues. Their city is fucking dirty. It's filthy. They have people living in tents all over the place. The city is fucking nasty and dirty. It's a sex trafficking hub, allegedly. Cannes Film Festival, anybody? It's a bunch of rich men and hoes who go out there to get fucked and flued out. I said what I said. And they have a whole fucking chick with a stick married to like the president or the prime minister or something like that, Bridget Macron. And while they're so big, fucking broke. Crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that person is allegedly a PDF file. They were messing with that with Emmanuel since he was a young man, and they be bopping the fuck out of him. We totally caught Bridget whooping Emmanuel's ass on that plane. So y'all got a lot more issues going on within y'all government than to be thinking about fucking Candace Owens accusing you of somebody allegedly being a train station. Y'all are broke and y'all's government is broken. Fuck y'all. And I love France. I speak a little bit of French, but yeah. But when it comes to France, I don't appreciate how they did them Haitian people. That was crazy. That was fucking crazy. No, that's absurd. Wanting to, make someone pay you because they don't want to be enslaved and they don't want to be colonized and indoctrinated into white tea supremacy. That is in fucking insane. Fuck them for that. And everything they're going through is their fucking karma. But it's symbolic of the fall of the West. It's symbolic of, again, the white tea supremacy. Just like Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton. Oh, I'm sure it glitched. It is what it is. I'm always being watched. Gang stalking is real. I'm not shook. It can glitch. We're gonna have a good show regardless. Okay, let me see. Cause see, now I'm a little bit distracted. So, but it's okay. Yeah, that's a fucking man. Yes, fall of white supremacy. Okay, Europe. I also wanted to mention, what is this? I had a chip. I also wanted to mention the royal family. Kate, bald-head ass William, all of that shit. Charles has cancer. Camilla be wearing a mask allegedly. So, of course, Kate Middleton's wearing a fucking wig. But if I was a part of the royal family, I would get the fuck on. I would go run into an underground bunker. I would go somewhere far, far away because they've done a lot of evil too. They're gonna fall too. They're gonna fall too. The Simpsons predicted that Harry would eventually become a very like evil leader in which he like beheads people or something. Like the Simpsons predicted that. And I was like, nothing would surprise me. That family has so much negative karma. They have so like, okay, I want to talk about this. So I rewatched Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. And I'm glad I rewatched it because it really woke me up. When people make particular deals with entities, paranormal stuff happens in their life and in their homes. They don't talk to you about it because it would make you go digging, but it happens. Some celebrities have mentioned it in passing, like Kendall Jenner and Saweetie have mentioned having issues with sleep paralysis, which is a paranormal experience. And Cardi B has mentioned, I believe, having like a ghost in her house or something. Because yeah, the subpoena is gonna hit hard. But what I'm saying is, Um, Tate McRae, I bet she did. When you make deals with the devil, you invite it into your space, right? So I can only imagine the amount of paranormal activity going on at the Buckingham Palace, the amount of paranormal activity going on in the White House. You know, the Rothschilds were selling one of their mansions, and the number one comment was, I can only imagine the demons and the ghosts in that house. Dead ass. Dead fucking ass. And I'm so serious. I can only imagine the amount of fucking demons running around the Buckingham Palace. And it's because their family is so entrenched. I mean, to be honest with you guys, when you make certain deals, you agree to merge your bloodline. Because that is what Satan aims to do. Is to like make you part of his family. Once your bloodline has been compromised, you know what I'm saying, or like been tampered with, you get your DNA is compromised, you are no longer like God's child. Like now you are part of the devil. He has managed to alter you from the inside out. It's the reason why Eve, in my opinion, was punished so hard. We've talked about this before. Cain was Satan's child, which is why he was able to commit such, hey, what's up, Can't? Which is why he was able to commit such an atrocious crime, because he was seed of the serpent. Abel was Adam and Eve's kid, but Eve allowed Satan to compromise the bloodline of mankind. And this is why, again, in my opinion, she was punished so hard. I don't believe she was punished so hard because she ate some fucking fruit. I know that the fruit was or is symbolic of good and evil, and she wasn't supposed to know all these things. But I believe, again, the real crime was you've let Satan get into humanity's DNA. And this is factual with DNA compromisation, because you see this in the book of Nephilim. You see it in Egypt with the elongated skull. And the rumors about reptilians come from somewhere. That's not a natural human thought. It's not a natural human thought that people are mixed with lizard of all things. That's not a natural human thought. That rumor comes from somewhere. And what I'm leaning into is that there's so much demonic activity going on, in my opinion, in the Buckingham Palace, because they are merged with demonic reptile species of like fallen angels. That's what I'm saying. And that's part of why they're so fucking sick. Thank you, Squid Boss. That's part of why they're so sick. And that's part of why they look so fucking bust down and horrible. You know what I mean? Like the Queen's husband, what's his name? Philip. He looked thrown away. William, balding early as fuck. You know, Diana passes away. They committed an atrocity against her. Charles ran the fuck over. The Queen hunched over and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they all are getting cancer. They're all getting so sick. And that is karma. That's karma. You know what I mean? Even I talked about this, and I talked about this a little bit, but Impressive talked about this. Impressive Channel talked about this with Solange Knowles. Solange has been like going through all these health problems, and she's so sick, autoimmune disease, because of witchcraft. That's what's going on. So when you do, just like I'm sure, like again, Beyonce and Jay-Z's house haunted, and if you don't believe that it's haunted, then why have they had so many fires at so many different homes? The home in New Orleans on fire. Her childhood home in Houston on fire. The house in California on fire. Why do so many house fires keep following them? And again, if you think I'm fucking around, in the movie Paranormal Activity, house fires broke out in their homes. Insurance fraud is one thing. Demonic activity is another. I get what you're saying when you say they're doing it for insurance money. I'm saying you could be right. It could be insurance money, but I also believe that they have made a lot of nasty deals and there's a lot of demonic activity in their home. So I wanted to really break that down and go into detail because what I believe is the white tea supremacy structure of the world is crashing and they need to get the fuck on. Now, it won't stop the karma, but it might stop them from getting their ass beat because people are out in the streets in different countries rioting and protesting because they're fed up. Everybody's fed up with the exploitation. Everybody's fed up with injustice, corruption, capitalism. Everybody's tired. America, again, has particular luxuries that give the people just enough to make them shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because again, that's why I told you guys, they give you Dubai chocolate, they give you Labubus, they give you Love Island, they give you know what I'm saying, just trinket after trinket after trinket. They give you YSL Rico leaked calls, they give you trinkets to distract you from going up there and whooping ass. They give you just enough. Right. Coach MJ, you're bringing up some great stuff. You said Brittany Murphy's house too. I think that's the house she died in, and then another celebrity bought it and either died too or ended up selling it for part-time activity. Yeah, like for real. Because notice that too. Notice how a lot of celebrities will stay always selling homes. Oh, they've been living in that house for less than 5 years. Nothing more than 5 years, and they're always like selling the house. Oh, I bought another house. Oh, I bought another house. Thank you, Squid Boss. They always buy a new house because demons running behind their ass. Clock it. So should be going down. I feel like, but I wanted to say all this because again, if France is going out sad, then they're getting their neighbors with people in the UK and Britain and stuff like that. Their asses are probably next. I definitely see them falling. I definitely see them falling as this age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, continues to roll through. Because they just how I'm talking about Haiti and France, the people in Britain and the royal family, they have committed so much atrocity in this world. They are helping. They have helped to perpetuate again white supremacy, colorism. This is why when you go to India, when you go, Latin America, South America, when you go to Asia, when you go to Africa, this is why people are using bleaching cream. This is why people hate the dark skin. This is why people who are of a dark complexion, you know what I'm saying? That's why I mentioned jobs earlier, because it's true. We know that there are jobs, oh, they're too dark, especially with females. We don't want to hire them, blah, blah, blah. The world is so bent on its head because of white supremacy, colonization, and imperialism. So do you really believe that after ravaging the world for hundreds of years, um, I have not. I've been to the Caribbean, I've been to Mexico, but I haven't been to India, Europe, Latin America. I'm just saying, you see it in the media. When people, record the beauty products in these countries, it's all like lightening, bleaching, whitening products. That's what I'm saying. And people talk about it. People from India, they speak about their experience. People from Latin America, South America, they speak about their experience. I live in a state with a whole lot of Latinos. Latino people do not like to be dark skinned. Many of them don't. Many Dominicans and Latino people don't like black people, and they don't like to be brown because in their culture it's a bad thing. So do you really believe that you can again get to spread white supremacy, colonization, and imperialism all over the world? Murking people, raping people, psychologically indoctrinating people. And do you believe that none of that stuff will ever come back to you? That's why I'm saying the royal family needs to get the fuck on. Because if France is having all these issues, it is only a matter of time before the royal family gets called to the carpet. That's what I'm saying. Clock it. The system is falling. Now, I did some talking to you guys about Mark of the Beast, and I want to get into that. So I want you guys to understand, Mark of the Beast is not something that's coming. It's something that's here. Right. It's something that's here. Like, they want you to believe that well, some people are of the belief that Mark of the Beast is coming and it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like that. Thank God for moderators. Why are you talking to Chat GPT? That's problematic within itself. Thank you thank you, Dion. I don't know why y'all ask Chat GPT. I don't know why y'all even use that service. I just will never understand it. I will never understand it. I don't need Chat GPT to do anything for me or to tell me anything. If you don't believe in God, you have to get out of this chat. Anywho, y'all, some of y'all are too lost. This tea is hot. Chat GPT does know where you are. Chat GPT knows everything about you. Mark of the Beast. My mother saw somebody at Whole Foods, I believe, with that chip. They paid with their palm. How else would you pay for your palm? Pay with your palm, unless you had something in your hand. Thank you, Dion, because like bots. How? How do you pay for stuff if there's nothing in here? If I try to pay for anything with my palm, it wouldn't work. So that means that you have something in your hand. If you have something in your hand, Dion took care of them. Yes. And that's why I'm telling you. Hey, what's up, AK? That's why I'm telling you. It's already here. And this is what I mean. I've been telling you guys, God literally, loudly and clearly told me, stop shopping with Jeff Bezos, stop supporting him, leave it alone. Because his company is being used as a vessel to usher in Mark of the Beast. He's highly demonic. Highly demonic. You don't get to that level of wealth without being highly demonic. And I don't need to be supporting a company that's trying to replace people, exploiting people to the umpteenth degree, and ushering in the chip. I just don't want to be involved in that. I've given Jeff Bezos enough money. I'm good. So what I also want to tell you, again, I've told you guys in the past, I believe a lot of rappers, anybody that's got that tattoo here, probably have that mark. There's a reason why, thank you, Sunrise. There's a reason why so many rappers have a tattoo here. Because a lot of these people are already chipped. They're already chipped. And let's talk about face card, don't decline. Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast. That's what that's talking about. And see, I'm saying this because it's so subliminally coded within our culture that you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're saying. You don't even know how that saying is so deep. When people say, oh, face card don't decline, that is mental programming to pay for things with your face. And I know this to be true because I saw a video on IG. Hi, what's up, Young Energy? You must be in another country because I am in a place where it's nighttime. You can believe, you know what I'm saying? There's something with people in here named Japan. I'm not going to argue back and forth with you. Thank you, because you don't know God, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You have to find God on your own. But there's a video of a guy in Dubai. He's a bot. You don't have good reasoning. Nigga, please. There's a video of a man in Dubai checking out and paying. He said, all you need is your face. No, all you need is that chip. Because how did you just pay for your items with your face only? Because you have something here. Now you're not going to tell us that you have something there, because in the video he doesn't say I've got something, you know what I'm saying, if you get this. No, 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 no. He just wants you to believe that you could just check out with your face. And there are people who are really that fucking deluded that they will believe that. But those of us who know better, oh, I'm glad to make you feel better. Those of us who know better know that no, you pay for that shit with the chip that's in your head. My mom and I are going to go watch Severance because she hasn't seen it. I've seen it, but she hasn't seen it. And I'm going to show, I put her on to the show Severance because I was telling her again, the show Severance talks about people who have chips in their head, and they do what? They work for these fucking companies. Just how the movie Sorry to Bother You, which I believe I have a review on, talked about corporate housing, how in the future corporations will provide housing, and Amazon might be the first corporation to provide housing for employees, and that'll be the way that they enslave your ass. And Severance talks about, you know, I think the guy, he might get housing through them. I don't know. I have to go back and watch, but I know he's got that chip. Thank you, Sunrise. I do my best. I drink water. I drink herbal tea. Good. It cooled down. This is a custom blend. Go see a Chinese herbalist. I am all for it. She is getting me together. Thank you, Prada. I'm glad you found me too. People on the show Severance had a chip deep in their head, and the chip was allowing their mind to be split into two, where they have a work mind and they have a personal life mind, and the two don't know each other, which is talking about MK Ultra mind control programming. Hi, what's up, Chris? I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you're here, Sunrise. No, I didn't get the facts. But, okay, Dion, you bring up a good argument. So Dion says it could be possible, not that I disagree with you, just like how we have Face ID on our phones, it could be like that in Dubai. Well, that would mean you'd have to have your face registered everywhere around town, or like you'd have to have like your face registered in a database that like knows how much money you have and who you are. You know what I mean? Like that sounds like deep surveillance state. But Dion, you bring up a good point. I'm sorry, I'm here for it. Sorry, I have a herb on my tongue. Oh my God, not me dropping the phone. I strained this tea, but still. You did the Pomp Chow? Hell no. Again, Neuralink is coming out. You know what I mean? They're testing it. Neuralink is Mark of the Beast. And yes, because China is like highly full of like surveillance. It's like cameras everywhere. No privacy. The government knows everything. And that's a little bit strange. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, okay, but the government really do be like interfering and like all up in your shit, and you don't really need that. Okay, we're talking about Mark of the Beast. Okay, so Neuralink is getting developed right now, and the people in Sweden have the Mark II. There was a video of a guy saying that he's got like he doesn't need like a badge to badge into work. He's got his ID, his wallet, his keys, and like some other shit, like all in his chip in his hand. He's got a hand chip. When he goes to work, he, you know, his hand gets, you know, gets him into everything. And again, I see that being the future. If there is any future for people working in America, um, you know, they will be like, oh, you get the chip, you know, you don't need a badge. We do chips, you know. And of course, if you don't want to get chipped, they're gonna make it seem like you're like a pariah. Just like if you didn't want to get the wax, you know what I'm saying? Like you might be like a pariah, stuff like that. Oh, you didn't get the wax? People are still passing away because of the wax. So I'm just saying, I do believe that a lot of people already have the chip and that more will be chipped. Okay, let's switch gears. You know, I want to kind of take it back to the VMAs. And here's the gag. You guys aren't even that interested, but I'm going to get into some, we're going to have a conversation about it, a deep conversation about it. Not long, but we're going to touch on it. You guys don't want to talk about it because many of you didn't watch. Many of you did not watch the VMAs. When I made that video, several videos on social media talking about the VMAs, a lot of people said, I didn't even watch that bullshit. Yes, the MTV VMAs, the MTV Video Music Awards. Right. And Micah, and this is why they need Beyonce to go to the Grammys, because Beyonce knows that. Beyonce knows her power within the industry. Beyonce knows that most people aren't watching this bullshit anyway, so you need me to come so you can have a fucking award show. You need me to come for viewership. So give me some awards. And she's right, because if you can't uphold a show by yourself and you need me, then why the fuck would I be here with nothing in return? If you're worried about Blue Ivy, you need to worry about Northwest. No, Blue Ivy do look unhappy, but Northwest is really the one getting pimped the fuck out. So yes, Micah, a lot of people really kind of only care about the Grammys if Beyonce is going. But a lot of people did not even watch the VMAs. Most people don't have cable. And I said in one of my videos, I said, you know, the music videos, or excuse me, award shows really went out the door when people left cable behind. They died when streaming began. So a lot of people didn't even watch the show. And which left me feeling like a damn fool, because I'm like, why the fuck am I watching? Now I watched because it's still a pop culture event. It's still, you know what I'm saying? I do pop culture. It was a pop culture thing. It's still relevant to some extent in the space of pop culture, but nobody really gives a fuck. That being said, I want to point out how Olandria was there. Wasn't that suspicious to you? Wasn't that suspicious to you how out of all the people from Love Island, Olandria was there? That shows me that Olandria was already set up to win. This is what we're going to talk about, okay? Let's talk about Glorilla. Let's talk about Sabrina Carpenter. Let's talk about Olandria. Again, certain people are not going anywhere within the industry because they weren't predestined to. Right, why was a reality star there? That's true, Parasocial. They did use Ariana and didn't give her shit. That's true. Yes, Orlandria was already chosen. So, you know what I mean? Like, she was like, because the amount of like business deals, brand deals, publicity, just like all of the press that she has received, and she wasn't even the winner of the show. That should let you know that the producers already had her picked. Her deals were already lined up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just chosen. I don't know her story. I don't know her family, who they are, her affiliations. I don't know any of these things, but I'm just saying that the proof is in the pudding. You don't have to know the specifics. All you have to know is that one of these things is not like the other. And the fact that she comes off of that show and she's got all this press, again, all these deals, get invited into all these spaces, she'll let you know that when she signed on, her deal looked different than everybody else's deal. For whatever reason, they picked her. Thank you, Sunrise. For whatever reason, they picked her. She was always going to be the star. She was always going to be set up to be the star. So her being at the VMAs, I was just like, and she got quite a bit of camera time. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is some chick from a reality dating show. And again, with Olandria, is different than like The Bachelor and shit. Like her deal is like different than theirs. Like, you know, they got people who be on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and they'll have a little 5 minutes of fame when the show goes off. But Olandria's shit is hitting different. And that should be very telling to you. No, you know the thing is, Sunrise, I never watched it neither. I be in the mix. I see what goes on. Even on social media. Right. Right. Like, right. Now, here's the thing. Because let's have this conversation, right? Hey, I don't watch that bullshit. I am not gonna watch strangers do foul, dirty shit on TV. That's a man. Oh my God. Y'all are doing the most. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot, you know what I'm saying? I can't even lean into that conversation. But you know what? The way that you're commenting is coming off pretty malicious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the way you're coming off. You're trying to like swear that that's a man. I don't, thank you guys. I had to time them out too because I'm like, you're a bot. You've been botting around for like the whole life. And it looked like a good bot too. It looked very believable, but that was a bot. Okay, back to Parasocial. So Parasocial says, do I think that Olandria is being used to infiltrate the Black community? Here's what I believe. I just talked to y'all about the fall of white supremacy. The old system is dying. Power to the people, stuff like that. I believe that's what we're seeing. Because for the way that Olandria is getting treated, you would think that she was white. You know what I mean? Because white women, and this is no shade, this is just facts. White women get to be average. They get to be mediocre. They get to do the bare minimum. They get to just show up and receive praise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the white woman experience. And I just feel like Olandria is getting that type of favor and experience. And again, this is not a conversation to be malicious and evil. This is just facts. Like, Black women understand that white women get promoted for just doing their job. They don't have to like stay late and like, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to go above and beyond. Like, they get to just exist. And like, if they're good looking and like slightly friendly, they're damn sure right on the track to promotion. They don't have to go get their masters. They don't have to, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are leading teams with an associate's degree or a GED. They don't have to go get as much education as your average black woman to get promoted and to rise within an organization. Like, their whiteness is their ticket to success. So with Olandria, when she talked about, this is why I dug into her ass, when she was like, oh yeah, me and Nick, you know, interracial love is like healing the world. It's just like, no, 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 no. That's not healing the world. You getting favor as a dark-skinned black woman, hi Lola, you getting this kind of attention and favor as a dark-skinned black woman, that's healing the world. Because everyone knows black women are overlooked, black women are you know, disenfranchised, mistreated, disrespected, undervalued, like all these things. So you getting to be on a motherfucking reality TV show kissing different niggas, a dating reality TV show. You get to be on a dating reality TV show where you kiss different guys, and you know what I'm saying? You get to lead the show, and all this great stuff is happening for you. Hey, what's up, Highway 20? Good to see you again. That is healing the world. The way that the media is kissing your ass and the business deals and the attention, that heals the world, babe. Not you fucking a white man. Because like I said, mixed people exist, and they always have existed, because people are always fucking each other. It just is what it is. That being said, again, she's connected, highly connected. With the fall of white supremacy, hi, what's up, Lamont? There's a battle though, because we didn't see anybody darker than Glorilla, that was a female, performing at the VMAs. Did you catch that? Everybody that was performing, everybody that was celebrated, even in the audience, like, it was hard to find brown and dark-skinned people. It was all light people. Like, as far as like Latin artists, they didn't have Bia. They didn't even have, who the fuck would want Cardi B there rolling around with old music and pregnant. But everybody there was light, light, light. I just noticed that it wasn't a lot of black people. We only saw like one rap performance, and that was Busta Rhymes' big chubby ass. We're gonna get into that. But just notice that it was very, very few dark skin or brown people. And again, I believe that Justine Skye, yes, performed at the pre-show. So they saved the dark skin people for the pre-show. Do you catch that? Catch that. I'm glad Doechii fucking raggedy ass wasn't there. You know, I don't know what's going on with her. You know what? You're right, though. She kind of should have been there, but I don't know where the fuck she was. And the gag is, maybe she was too dark and too big of an artist, and they didn't want her black ass on the main stage because she's too big of an artist for the pre-show. She has a Grammy. So they would have had to have her on the main stage, but they probably were like, we're not about to have your black ass on the main stage. You could sit home. But that's when I also called out, why wasn't Justin Bieber there? Like, he released music. He's white. He's doing his thing. He's got a legit hit. He's got a new project. Why wasn't Justin Bieber there? And that's why I told y'all. She got a Grammy for Best Rap Album. That, Kimberly, that's why I told y'all. You got to go watch the VMAs recap live. If you didn't see it, I did a live the morning after the show, and I said, until we get some girls up in here, some black girls who can really sing, they're never gonna win. The award shows will continue to be ass in a bag until they get some black girls who can actually sing. And let's talk about it. You can blame Beyonce for some of that bullshit, because see, somebody else said they didn't have Bieber there too because he was a crack addict. Y'all rude. Y'all are fucking rude. But you can blame Biaki for that, because if Biaki didn't have Chloe and Holly locked up in a fucking dungeon, maybe they could have came and performed. Let's talk about it. Now, my video about Justine Skye is going viral. And a lot of people, of course, it needs to be canceled. Hold on, let me move this. The Essence Fest, I mean, again, they let the wrong people, thank you, Troy. They let the wrong people get a hold of the Essence Fest. So bye. The BET, they canceled the Hip Hop Awards and they canceled the Soul Train Awards. They can fucking go. But see, that's the other thing I was saying. Notice how, again, they only had one rap performance, and the rap performance was some old shit. Hey, what's up, Miami Beach? Hey, Lil Arnaz. They only had, again, old shit. Hi, what's up, Andre? People are coming in. Hi, y'all. Oh, yeah. See, you saw the comments? We're going to get on that. They had Busta Rhymes perform that old music. Now, here's the gag. Again, the old shit still hit. The old music still hit. But they did not, between them only having one rap performance, very few rap artists nominated. They kept nominating Kendrick, but see, they didn't even give Kendrick nothing. Because this show, in my opinion, represented, somebody said this one thing that I believe, which is like, somebody said that the show was more focused on new artists. I believe that because a lot of people said that they didn't know who the fuck half the people was. And I said the same thing. I said, I don't know who these niggas are. Who are these niggas? I didn't know who most people there were. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't. So I do think that it was about introducing new artists. But I did peep that it was about introducing new white artists. It was promotion for white artists. Promotion for, you know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. But between because black artists did do well at the Grammys, again with Kendrick and Beyonce. So again, we do have our time to shine, but it just wasn't at the VMAs. But when it came to the Essence Fest and BET and shit like that, the fall. Because here's the thing, even your black leaders are a part of the bullshit. The boule. They're boule. Even your black leaders are corrupt. And because they decided to sell out to be a part of a corrupt system, when that corrupt system falls off, their black asses gotta go too. This is why For No Fame is saying that Beyonce and Jay-Z are falling off. Because again, they're boule. They are part of the system. So that's what I'm telling you. Anybody that fed into the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that can participate in crimes against their own, anybody that's a sellout, corrupt, if you are corrupt in any kind of way, you're done. The new system will not have you. We're moving into Age of Aquarius. Power to the people. Pluto in Aquarius, power to the people. So if you are a part of the old system, you're out of here. That's what I'm saying. So with the people who was running Essence Fest, they were running Essence Fest into the ground. They ran BET into the ground. And if BET would have stayed true and they didn't sell out to those fucking freaks, then BET would be a lot better off. I would hope. Because see, black people love to blame everything on white folks, but we do a good enough job of sabotaging our damn selves. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, Justine Skye. A lot of people were defending her raggedy ass look. Here's my thing. I want Justine Skye to pick a hair color that suits her. Number one, I don't like this new hair color, and I'm gonna stand on that. She looks washed the fuck out. She would actually look better if she would also, like I recommended for Doja Cat, just borrow one of Beyonce's wigs. If she would just go take a Beyonce blonde wig and put it on, especially one of the Cowboy Carter wigs, she would look a lot better because she needs more contrast in the hair that she's doing. Like if she's going to be blonde, She needs to either be like bleach or platinum blonde, or she just needs to have dark hair. But she needs a hair color that's going to just, again, give her some contrast in her skin, because this sandy look is washing her out. The purple was okay, but I'm glad she kind of switched it up. It was kind of childish. I'm glad she switched it up. And honestly, I feel like if she was going to keep the purple, she should have just did all purple. I'm not afraid of her doing something new. I'm not saying that she shouldn't do something wild, do something new, do something crazy. I mean, I'm not here for it. I'm not against it. But what I'm saying is, do something that's fucking flattering. Whoever is her hairstylist don't mean her no well. Anywho, I went to Justine's Instagram and I saw her post. I saw two posts that were very alarming. I saw a post of her kissing a white girl, I believe at like some kind of New Year celebration, and I saw a post of her with a music video where people were like dancing on a black and white checkerboard floor. The blonde hair, the black and white checkerboard floor, promoting a liquor brand. These are all telltale signs of Illuminati initiation. And my concern, and I'm serious, because people always take everything as shade. Like, we live in a very narcissistic, sensitive generation where if you call something out and if you say something, you're a hater, that's shade, you know what I'm saying, you bro, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. I'm genuinely concerned because I was on Tumblr when Justine was a big deal on Tumblr, and I have watched her continue to associate with the wrong people. I have watched her continue to make mistake after mistake, and I am now watching her make another huge mistake. And that is where this is coming from. This is coming from genuine concern. But see, most people who say I'm a hater, they don't know anything about the industry. They don't believe in conspiracy theories. They don't have discernment. Many of them are bots, many of them are NPCs, but then there are some of them who just don't fucking believe. They refuse to believe. I'm saying, I'm coming with this conversation from what I know. And Justine has all the telltale signs of somebody that has taken the oath because they are hell-bent on being successful in Hollywood. And the thing about it is the devil is a fucking liar. So I see this time and time again, because I'm going to bring up Shenseea. I think I have brought her up in the past, but if you are new, I'm going to talk about Shenseea. I'm going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? They have people in this industry who sacrifice people, allegedly. They do a lot of fuckery. They allow themselves to get mudded out, slutted out. People in their family start passing away. Bad things, hey, what's up, Desi? Bad things start happening to them. Bad things start happening around them. Bad things start happening to people around them. And they still don't get anywhere. That's what I'm saying. So with Shenseea, I was very concerned when I saw Shenseea get a little buzz. I don't know if her mom passed away first or if she had a feature with Megan Thee Stallion first. Whichever order it came in, her mom passed. She got a feature with Megan Thee Stallion. She started fucking London on the track for Beats, and none of it's paid off. See what I'm saying? She's very beautiful. She's very pretty. We see her every now and then. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Kim, because I'm just noticing that. Like, Mom passed, feature with Megan, London on the Track, and it's like, okay, so you did all of that, and I don't go nowhere and hear you. Sure. And Lola Brooke ain't going nowhere. I told you guys, Lola Brooke needed to take her ass back to school. Lola Brooke needs, I want Lola Brooke to quit too. I be forgetting she even existed. Yeah, Shansia did pop out of nowhere, but they all do, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's like you've done these things. Like, your mother is gone. Your mother is gone, and you're not big like Kanye. You know, I know Kanye is very regretful. Thank you. Um, yes, please come back next time. I appreciate you being here. I go live every Tuesday and Friday at 8 o'clock Central Time. Even if I'm a few minutes late, you can count on me to be here. I be here. I do my whole schedule around making sure I'm here. So I appreciate you, Parasocial. Child, we're gonna get on that. Okay. But here's my argument. I know Kanye regrets his mother not being here because nothing, especially if you have a good mom, nothing replaces your mom. You know what I'm saying? All of the fame, all of the money, all of the big booty bitches, all of the, alleged niggas that you be fucking on the low, all of the fashion, none of these things replace your mother. So I do know that he's regretful. And so with Shansia, it's but he has a career. He's still a huge artist. But he was already a big deal before his mother passed. You see what I'm saying? Because he always had talent. He always made hits. He always made good music. No one could argue that Kanye, doesn't make good music. Like, the music is great. And this is why he's able to say the things that he says, and he's able to, freak the fuck out in public, and people will still pay to go see him. They'll still buy his shit because the talent is undeniably there. But when it comes to Shansia, so your mother is gone, and your career is going nowhere. So you at some point, you have to have asked yourself, was it worth it? I'm sure Kanye asked himself the same thing, but at least he has something to show for it. Shansia doesn't have anything to show for it. The song that she did with Megan Thee Stallion did not do well. And I just feel like Shansia is just going nowhere fast. And seeing her at the VMAs, I thought to myself, I said, so you sacrificed your mother allegedly for this? So you could be here around these fucking mid-ass niggas? And again, you're not performing. You weren't even at the pre-show. You see what I'm saying? You're not on the main stage. You're here just being beautiful. You didn't have to sacrifice your mother to just, you didn't have to do all that to just be the Caribbean bad bitch at the VMAs. Like, you could have been an IG model. Could have had a V8. Ooh, child. Highway 20 says, Shansia will be outed as a Jamaican Cassie in a few years. Nothing would surprise me because I believe it. We will talk about Glorilla. Thank you for reminding me. We will talk about Glorilla. Again, with Justine. Some people say Justine could sing. This generation is deluded over what talent is and what talent isn't because we don't have a lot of talent. You see what I mean? We don't really have people that can really fucking sing that are current artists. See, here's the thing. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to know old artists. It's a privilege to be born in a time or to be raised with people in your life who listen to, again, Ashanti, who listen to Aaliyah. Lord knows, Aaliyah has a beautiful voice. It's a privilege. See, niggas will deride Beyonce because Beyonce has undergone years of extensive vocal training. And Beyonce is a decent singer. But when you know real bitches who can sing, you respect Beyonce for practicing, but you understand that people like Amy Lee from Evanescence, white girl, again, people like, we talked about this, Tina Marie, Aaliyah, Holly Bailey can actually sing, but that's why they've got her motherfucking tied up in a basement somewhere. Lady Gaga could actually sing too. You see what I mean? Lady Gaga can sing, dead ass. Jasmine Sullivan, thank you. Anita Baker, thank you, Highway 20. Thank you for reminding me about Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan can fucking sing. Again, Ari Lennox can sing. They have people who can actually sing. Again, one of my favorites, Nina Simone. Again, Dionne Warwick. I love a lot of the old girls because these new hoes is hoes. And I mean that. Aretha Franklin, you know what I'm saying? Give me some women, again, Whitney Houston. What's up, Fly York City? You're not you mentioning Victoria Monet, child. Another bop thought. Britney Spears cannot sing. Hey, what's up, Ben? I love Britney. I hate what's going on for her. Y'all talking about some pray for Kanye. Kanye got everything the fuck he wanted. Let's pray for Britney. Britney Spears, I really hate what's happening to her. Well, good for Jada Kingdom. I'm glad. But what I'm saying is, I want to name these artists again. Tracy Chapman, yes, please. Like, artists who could actually sing. And there's many, many more that, again, I am not naming right now. Is Holly okay? Holly is okay. She got what she wanted too. See, that's the thing. Everybody get what the fuck they want. Sierra can't sing. Who gives a fuck about Sierra? Y'all love to mention bitches who don't even matter. But Justine can't sing. And people in this generation, her can sing, yes. People in this generation are so fucking, their ears and their frontal lobe and their craniums, their cerebral cortex is so fucking fried from the inside out that they don't know who can sing and who can't. They don't know talent from mid shit. They don't know sugar from shit. And so when somebody says that bitch can't sing, y'all call them a hater. Kiki Wyatt, yes. Again, I mentioned Ashanti. Kiki Wyatt can sing her ass off. Kelly Price can sing too. Y'all have a problem when somebody calls out these non-singing assholes because, again, you so quick to call it hate. You call it hate. You say, they hating. No, bitch, your ears don't work. And you don't know fucking talent. And you don't know notes. You don't know vocal notes. You don't know when they're singing in E, when they're singing in C and D. You don't know. You cannot differentiate vocal notes and vocal ability. Mariah Carey can sing. Christina Aguilera can sing. Justine Skye cannot fucking sing. And being able to hold a tune and being able to do what you got to do, you know, your vocal cords are muscles. See what I'm saying? Your vocal cords are muscles. So if you practice, Beyonce knows this. So which is why if you overwork them, you can hurt them. This is why artists have to keep up their voice. They have to you know what I'm saying, have hot tea. They you know, it's not good to be a smoker if you are a singer because you're going to hurt your muscle. Yes, I just talked about that. Smoke. That's why Rihanna be on stage yodeling like a fucking goat because she's a heavy smoker. So if you just like again, if you're an athlete, it's gonna be hard for you to be the best athlete that you can be if you keep drinking and smoking because your body is your business. You use your muscles. Alcohol and weed and tobacco deteriorates muscle. It dehydrates you. So if you are a coked out, smoked out hoe, it's gonna be hard for you to really do what you gotta do at the mic or on the mic because you're ruining your muscle. And so what I'm saying is Beyonce had like Coco Jones, and I said this, Beyonce and Coco Jones have a good foundation to build upon. But Beyonce is as good as she is because she is putting in the work, practicing. I want Coco Jones, thank you, to practice. Thank you, Desi. Shout out to Desi for donating. I want Coco Jones to practice like Beyonce practices, and she can be a great singer. And see people, hey, oh hi, from the Philippines, hello. This is why people, this is why people like Dionne Warwick say that Beyonce could be a great singer, and what do y'all do? Y'all try to fucking say, oh, she bitter, she a hater. Dionne Warwick is still, her music is still in rotation. Her music is still being sampled. She's a fucking legend. Your faves have sampled Dionne Warwick. So if Dionne Warwick says you're not that great of a fucking singer, you should believe her and not chalk it up to being bitter and hate. Y'all claim, y'all swear everybody is bitter and fucking hateful. Stop it. So here we go again. Let me dead this conversation. Y'all are bringing up Queen Naija. We don't fuck with her because when we saw that video, hey, what's up, Shay? Good to see you. When we saw that video of Queen Naija making colorist comments, we canceled that bitch. It's that simple. We don't give a fuck if she could sing or not. We don't give a fuck if she could shake ass and twerk on a handstand. We canceled that bitch. And she hasn't been revived. That bitch has been flatlined ever since we found that fucking video. And she's not doing herself any fucking favors by letting Clarence play the fuck out of her. Queen Naija, right? You talking about some queen who? Bitch, the Queen of England. Whatever. And I don't even know Queen Naija's hit song. Ciao, bye. So Justine can't sing and that hair color don't look good. I said what I said. And she's going down a dark path by letting the industry manipulate her into getting involved in dark magic and dirty rituals. Hey, what's up, Black Queen? Always good to see you. She's letting the industry manipulate her and use her and drain her life essence by, again, just doing all of this weird, freaky industry shit, and it's going to be a zero-sum game. I don't foresee Justine Skye having a great big career. I just don't. I don't foresee her having even a mainstream hit song. Right. You're bringing up a great point. How is your mother in the industry and you still can't get a hit? And here's the thing. Justine doesn't even realize that the Kardashians, in my opinion, put a fucking root on her. Do you really think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I be talking about. Like, you know another reason why Justine Skye hasn't popped? Thank you, Bestel. Another reason why Justine hasn't popped is because of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is a motherfucker. I see this. People go out to Hollywood and it changes them. White people, black people, Latin people, anybody. They go out. You're right. You're so right, Lexi. Facts. She has already reached the top of her success. I believe that. But people go out to Hollywood and they let it change them. They let compromised people compromise them. They see people with the titties and the ass and the body and the face and the lips and all this stuff. And let me see. Okay, we've been on here for a minute. I gotta wrap up soon. But they go out to Hollywood and they let freaked out people freak them out. They let insecure people turn them insecure. They let compromised people compromise them. You know what I'm saying? They let blind people lead them. And then they become just like those people. She's very insecure. I said this about Papoose too. We're gonna get there. Let me get through this. And it's no shade, but I'm just like, I'm kind of dragging. But with Justine, it's like, again, you were a beautiful girl and you're letting them drain your vitality. You're letting them convince you to do this mess with your hair. You're letting them convince you to kiss girls. That's not your culture. You're Caribbean. That's not your culture. You're letting them convince you to release this busted ass music. You were caping for a group of fucking witches who have not helped you. Fucking Kylie did more for Jordan, because in my opinion, like I told you guys last time, she was smashing Jordan. And look at what has happened to Jordan. Thank you, Bestel. I really appreciate you. Y'all been coming through tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate everyone here. So, right. So I just feel like, again, this is a Chinese herbal tea that I had made from an actual Chinese herbalist. She made me like some raw herb tea. So I feel like this again has happened to Jordan Woods. You know what I'm saying? All the black women around them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really fare too well. It's just like in the royal family. Like, the women in the royal family don't really fare too well. Unless you were the queen or Camilla's thotty ass, bad things happen to you. So what I'm saying is with Justine, I feel like she really fucked up by associating with the Kardashians. And she also fucked up just like, I don't even know why the fuck she was dating or involved with Sheck West. And you know why? Because she thought that he probably could give her some clout. He had a hit song and shit. And allegedly he was putting hands on her and all this stuff. I believe it. I believe it. I believe that Justine has had a bad experience in Hollywood. And I believe that that is because God is trying to tell her, get the fuck out of here. Same thing with Normani. Normani has been having not the best experience, and some of y'all say that she's lazy, some of y'all say her parents, whatever you want to say. I know that there are people in the industry that are making sure that Normani does not get the best producers, does not get the best songs, does not get the right promo, does not get the right budget, does not get the right marketing. Like, there are people, there are demonic forces at work that are making sure that Normani does not get what she deserves because they don't want to see her fucking win. And why not? Because she's brown, she's a talented threat, and she's not bloodline. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so, even despite the talent, so with Justine, you're not talented, you're just beautiful, but you are painfully insecure, and but you're painfully insecure, and you keep associating with the wrong fucking people. I need a moderator right now. You know what I'm saying? You're associated with demonic witches. Thank you, Dion. They took it way too far. And that's why you're not winning. I heard that she also has a bad attitude. People on TikTok, they said her attitude is horrible and she tried to go up against Tinashe. I could believe that because I believe that Justine thinks that because I heard that she was hanging around Justin Bieber. Why would you want to hang around Justin Bieber? Justin Bieber does drugs. Thank you, Shay. He does drugs. Why would you want to hang around people who do drugs, hard drugs? Not weed smokers. You want to hang around people who do coke and meth and, you know what I'm saying, who look fucking dried out. And so I'm saying, oh, you met her? Sure. So it's like, because again, if you hang around a bunch of fucking junkies, you're going to be the next fucking junkie. So why do you want to hang around, again, all of these fucking white people? Why do you want to hang around people who siphon your energy? Why do you want to hang around witches, warlocks, and druggies? Why do you pick the most low vibrational people to associate with? Why don't we see you hanging out with, again, the Coco Jones, the Nomanis, the Chloes, the Hollies, the Summer Walkers? Why don't we see you hanging around other black girls? Do you have a problem with other black girls? Do you have it in your mind? Are you so tokenized in your mind that you believe that you're too good to hang out with your own? You're Caribbean. Shensia is Caribbean. You should be hanging out with Shensia. You both need a fucking hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You always hanging around people who don't have any melanin. And that makes me believe, do you have it in your mind that, again, because you're the token, that you're better than the other fucking black people in Hollywood? And people say that you have a bad attitude? You know what I'm saying? That's not coming from nowhere. And why were you going up against Tinashe? You have no reason to go up against Tinashe. Hey, what's up, Blossom? because Tinashe has already been ended by Roc Nation allegedly. So it's just like, Justine, you know what I'm saying? People say that you have a bad attitude. That's not going to get you far, especially being black. You don't have the privilege to have a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because it is so quick for people to say, you're a bitch, you're hard to work with, you're rude. You know what I'm saying? This is why Beyonce, even though she's very fair skinned, this is why Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, is always gracious to fans in public. I know that people annoy the fuck out of her, but she maintains herself in a certain way because she knows that it's very easy for people to say they're a bitch, difficult to work with, and once you get labeled as difficult to work with, you're done. Because again, you don't get to be, you're not Taylor Swift, you're not Sabrina Carpenter, you're not Billie Eilish. You don't get to have a bad attitude and be a bitch and still thrive. Doja Cat, you're not Cardi B. And Doja Cat is, again, identifies as a white woman. So she gets the privileges that comes along with that. You're not light like Doja Cat, and you don't have talent or hits like Doja Cat. So recognize that. I don't see Justine getting very far. And I think all of the rituals, let me get you out of here. I think all of the rituals and all of the bullshit that she's doing is going to go in vain. Now, I'm going to end talking about Busta Rhymes' performance. You guys, Glorilla being there was weird. Why the fuck was Glorilla in that thick Memphis accent performing Put Your Hands Where Your Eyes Could See? Why the fuck was she there performing that shit? Glorilla, in my opinion, cannot rap. She is not talented. I'm from New Orleans, but I don't live there though. I live in Texas. She's not talented. She can't rap. She's nothing but nepo. You know what I'm saying? And you may not know her family, but Glorilla has a particular kind of investment that should let you know that she is chosen. The way that she is pushed, you can tell that she is chosen. Right. Everything black and white checkerboard. Right. And she might be related to Sway Lee. She looks related to Sway Lee. But it's just like, that should let you know that, again, her family is not just the average black family from Memphis. I know she wants you to believe that she grew up so poor. That's everyone's story. Oh, I grew up so broke. Bitch, lies. And you can tell that she's chosen because of the way that they invest in her. It is strange the way that this person with no fucking talent is propped up. Because again, out of all of the other black girls who are rappers, who have more talent or who are better than her, out of all of them, she is there. She continues to get a particular kind of attention. The fact that Taylor fucking Swift promoted her, Rihanna promoted her, should tell you this is not your average girl from Memphis. She is chosen. She is bloodline. That should fucking tell you all you need to know. Just pay attention here. Just read, just watch. All you gotta do is just watch. And when you pay attention and you watch, you will be able to tell who is bloodline and who is not. So with her up there rapping, I was like, you should not be here, but you're here because of your bloodline. And then people wanted to argue with me about Papoose. Fine. Argue with me about Papoose. But it should also be very telling to you that we haven't seen this nigga on any fucking stage for the last however long, and he's been parading around with Clarissa Shields, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, Papoose just happens to be at the VMAs. Of all the fucking hits that Busta Rhymes has, he performs a song that has Papoose on it. That should be telling to you guys. And yes, I do. Glorilla has a lot of occult tattoos, a ton of them. She's got the snake, she's got the black and white checkerboard, and she's got the time will tell, the one eye. She's got her whole body is marked with occult symbolism. So I do believe that Papoose was living off Remy, but I also do believe that Papoose was writing her rhymes. I feel like that's a fair trade. I'm not here to call Papoose a bum ass nigga. I know y'all want to say that Papoose is a bum, dusty. I know that's what you want to say. I'm saying that if your man writes your music and you perform the music and you make money from performing the music, that sounds like a couple to me. That sounds like a couple that is doing what they're supposed to do. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you help her and she helps you. That's what that sounds like. That's not a bum ass nigga to me. It wasn't like he was just sitting around not doing anything. I believe that he was writing her fucking music. Period. Just like I can see that he's helping to initiate Clarissa Shields. I don't see Clarissa just out here, boxing it down and Papoose is just laying back. I definitely believe that Papoose is helping to facilitate deals and broker deals and tell her the right way that she should move. But I believe that it's industry antics because, again, I'm so fucking tired of hearing about Clarissa Shields. I'm tired of fucking seeing her. I'm tired of fucking hearing about her. And it is particular outlets that are posting her. It's the typical black nigga news media outlets. You know what I'm saying? It's Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk. It's fucking Hollywood Unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual Word. Like, it is a particular set of black blogs that are constantly fucking posting Clarissa Shields every fucking move. And that's how I know that they're on payroll. We don't give a fuck about Clarissa Shields. She's a boxer. She's good at what she does. Fucking great. But the amount of promotion that she's been getting lately, hi, what's up? Ailey, welcome in. That should let you know that they're on fucking payroll. Just like, again, Blueface and Krishan have the blogs on payroll. Oh, from China? Hey, you're from way out there. Welcome in. And she's getting, again, pressed because she's dating Papoose. She's getting initiated by Papoose. Papoose and Remy are still fucking married. And all of the stuff that's happening, again, with Papoose and Remy and Clarissa, is PR. Clarissa wanted to be famous. And it's clearly helping Papoose, right? Because, again, people on TikTok are fucking fried up. They want to believe that I'm a hater. They want to believe that Busta Rhymes genuinely fucking called Papoose when, like I said, I'm from Texas in the United States. Like I said, the song Touch It was a hit. But the song Touch It had Lloyd Banks still alive. Mary J. Blige still alive. Rod Digga still alive. Missy Elliott still alive. The only person on that song who was deceased is DMX. So you mean to tell me out of all of the other still relevant heavyweight legends that were on that fucking song, the only nigger that he wanted to call was Papoose? And y'all want to eat that slop talking about them, but they're good friends. I believe that. I believe that. But what I'm saying is Papoose, oh my God. We talked about Ice Spice and Lotto before. 2 fucking white lady flops. I want Ice Spice. But you know what the problem is with Ice Spice? Ice Spice doesn't speak fucking Spanish. I believe that she is Dominican, but she doesn't know any Spanish, and that's why she can't make Latin music. And Lotto is white, and I wish Lotto would use her white privilege. I want her to just be white. Stop. Drop the black scent. Just be white. There's nothing wrong with being white. I want Lotto, if Lotto would just drop the black scent and just clean up her image and just be white, she would actually thrive in this world. She could thrive anywhere. She's white. She'll be fine. Handle God. Did you just get here? If you just got here, watch the replay of this live because I really go through it all with Justine Skye. I flesh it out. The lives are for me to really go deep and flesh it out. So rewatch this live too. But thank you for being here. Okay, so with Papoose, I just feel like, nigga, you were able to perform because you've been doing the industry's work. You helped to initiate somebody. Now they threw you a bone. They let you perform at the VMAs because we haven't seen your ass in a hot fucking minute. And I'm not saying that he's not talented. I'm not saying that Papoose can't rap. I know that Papoose can rap. I know that Papoose is talented. I know these things. I know he's not a bum. I'm not. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all take everything as me hating on them and down talking them. I never down talk these people. Some of them I don't. I never said Papoose was a bum ass nigga. I never said that he wasn't talented. I never said that he couldn't rap. I'm just saying that Papoose is helping to initiate somebody, and that's helping him rise through the industry. That's helping him get back into the spotlight, and him initiating Clarissa Shields' insecure ass helped him to get that booking at the VMAs. That's what I'm saying. And I don't give a fuck if Busta Rhymes called him and requested him. Do you really think that Busta Rhymes was gonna have anybody on that stage that MTV didn't approve of? Nigga, please. No, I don't think Papoose is no bum. I just don't. I definitely believe that him and Remy Ma were a team and he pulled his weight. Just like Safari and Nicki. Safari did a lot for Nicki and he got crazy and Nicki dropped him. But I don't believe Safari just was a complete bum. Him and Nicki's whole relationship, there's proof that he wasn't just a complete bum. He used to be her hype man. He was on stage working too. Period. I don't support slander because y'all love to do that. Y'all love to say a nigga's a bum and people are haters. Y'all love to do that. And I'm not with that rhetoric. Period. Right, PR. So with that being said, we had a great live. I appreciate you all for being here. Every live goes up for the replay. If you can't access it, it's because it's loading, but I do my best to post it on the community post so you can go watch it immediately once you have that link. I hope my mom's still awake. We're gonna go watch Severance. I appreciate you all, for real. Thank you to everyone who sent a super chat. I appreciate donations. I appreciate your time. You spent over an hour and a half with me on a fucking Tuesday night. I will be back on Friday for another live, same place, same time. I love you all. Please be safe. Wear condoms. Stop drinking. Drink your water. Say your prayers. You know what I mean? Wrap your hair at night. And I'll see you on Friday night. Bye.